Alright, we're going to do a solo playthrough of Madoshi, Priests of the Sun and Moon. This is a cool puzzly 1 or 2 player game. I've done the 2 player playthrough, so I'm going to do the solitaire playthrough now. And the only difference with the solitaire and the 2 player game is that obviously you play by yourself, but as you match, because I'll be playing, I can choose to play either Sun or Moon, right? I'm going to choose to play Sun. As I match these configurations here on the board, I take the card, and that's going to be my score. But every turn that I cannot match one of these 3 here, then I have to get rid of one of these cards. So once one of these piles is exhausted, the game is over, and then I count my score. So here we have the level 1 cards, as you can see there. So we'll mix these up. These have already, the chips have already been mixed, and I placed them in there. Here's level 2 cards. We'll mix these up. And same thing with the level 3 cards. There's not that many level 3 cards because they're harder to do. And then there's a little more level 2 cards because they're sort of, medium difficulty. And then there's the easy ones, and there's more cards of level 1. You're also going to get less points too, right? Because if I, do a bunch of easy cards, if I match the configuration there, and by the way, because I'm the Sun, I'm only going to be looking at the yellow, right? So from my perspective, right, so I have to match that configuration there. If I get the easy card, and I happen to also match the source, which in this particular card is wind. In other words, I would have to match that configuration with wind tiles. Then I capture that with source, which means I go on that side, so I get 2 points instead of 1. If I capture without source, then it's 1 point. Same thing with all of these. Right here, you get without source 3 points, but with source 5 points. Right? I don't know what that is there. And but I can match that configuration, as you'll see, with any of the elements. But I will try to do it with the source element because that'll give me more points. So let's begin the game. Every time I cannot match something on the board, I have to get rid of one of these cards. Okay, and most likely I'll be getting rid of the easy cards most often because there's only a few of these level 3. Then again, if I start getting rid of these too often, then it depletes it, right? So I got to try to get as many points as possible. As you can see, where are the instructions here? As you can see from the instructions here, at the end of the game, I'm going to have, a score, novice, accolade, monk, or high priest. So, all right, let's play this solo game and see what happens. So, I'm Sun. I'm representing the Sun, so I have to look at these from my perspective. And in the beginning of the game, you take these tiles, because on the other side of these tiles, you have either void or wild. And they'll come out during the game. You have to set them up with all the elements facing up, and you mix everything up, and you randomly place them on the board, and then you shuffle these cards and place them down. So let's see. I mean, clearly I'm going to try to accomplish this, right? I can set it up for the next turn since I don't have an opponent here to disrupt things. I can try setting things up. Now this would be good. I would need that fire symbol here, and I would need to switch this. Now, on the beginning of your turn, the turn order summary is the same, right? I swap one element token with another on the board. That's the first thing I do on my turn. And then if I match, an element here with one of these configurations, then I collect the Yokai card, okay? And I place it here, whether I captured it with source or without source. And then I do the magic. I do the magic on the card, right? Because every card will have a magic effect. Sometimes it's rotating the board 180 degrees. Sometimes it's, if there are void chips here, we can flip the void chips back to the element side. And there's all kinds of little magic things we could do, but that's the turn order there. So let's see what I'm going to do. Like I said, I'm trying to get as many points as possible, so I'm going to set this situation up here. Okay, I'm going to do. I'm going to switch this one for this one. I don't know if you can see that from there, but there's 2 here, 2 fire. Next turn, I could just switch these 2, because yes, this is a 5x5 board, but and these are 3x3, right? A little 3x3. So there's a bunch of 3x3 spots here on the, and that's what we're working on. So I'm setting this up for the next turn. Now I didn't. Unless by pure chance I happened to match that symbol, which let's see, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't match that symbol. I did not complete something this turn, so I have to burn one of these cards, and I will burn one of these. Okay. All right, now it's my second turn, and I'm going to complete this. I'm going to switch this fire for this earth. And now I've got this, as you can see there, right? In this 3x3 here. I got that, and this one here on the corner. Now, the source element is wood. I did it with fire. So I'm going to collect this without the source. And I'll have 3 points instead of 5. Now, what's the magic? So now that I've collected the card, I have to do the magic, which is to flip a wild token. Well, we don't have any wild tokens. All right. If we had a wild token, and a wild token could represent any element, right? So it's good to have wild tokens on the board. But I don't have any. So if I did have a wild token, I would have to flip one of them back to the element. So anyway, I put this here, and so far I've got 3 points. So we keep going. Now I can do this one fairly easily. That's wood. Can I do it with wood? Let me see. No, I cannot do it with wood because that's the source element. But I can do it with this fire, right? All I got to do is switch the position of these 2. So I'd be basically in this 3x3 here. By putting this fire over here, switching the position of these 2, I can accomplish that. But again, I'm trying to get as many points as possible. So actually, as I can see here, here's like a cross, right, which I don't have, but I can accomplish this one right now. The earth, the source element is earth, but I can do it with the wood, right, in this 3x3 here, as you can see there. I don't know if you can see that, because I got wood there, and all I need to do is put 1 wood over here, and then I can accomplish this. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch the position of that wood. And now I've accomplished this, right? Wood, and these 2 here. So I grab this one. But because it's not with the source element, I'm only going to get 2 points instead of 3. So it says here, swap void with element. Now, again, we don't have a void on the board yet. We don't have a void chip on the board. Because, like I said earlier, on the opposite sides of all these elements, you have either wild or void. And the voids you can't do anything with. In fact, in the beginning of my turn, when I swap, right, as in per turn order here, I cannot swap, I cannot touch any voids or wilds. And I clearly cannot use a void to create any configurations here. Of course, I can use the wild. But anyway, the magic here was to swap a void with an element, any element, and I don't have any voids, so we keep going. So far I got 5 points. There's this cross here that I can work on. Actually I can complete this one. Now again, the source element's wind. I can do it with fire, which is these 3 here, and all I got to do is put 1 over here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'd rather collect that than not. So first thing I do is swap 2 elements. And now, as you can see here, in this little 3x3 area, I've matched this, right? This doesn't matter, okay, because it's considered a blank. This is the configuration I have to worry about, and I did match it. but not with the source element. So I'm going to get 2 points. Now here it says the magic is rotate the board 180 degrees. So I'll show you how that works. It's exactly what it says there. So you just literally take the board and rotate it 180 degrees. So if I was working on something, now it's destroyed, right? Because now it changes the orientation completely. So my score so far is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 points. Let's see what I can do here. That cross is still a possible thing to work on, right? And I could do it with this 3x3 square here. I could prepare for it. That's what I'm saying. Here, I might not be able to do this one. Yeah, because I need 3 elements right next to each other with 1 here. So let's see. Yeah, I can't do it. I need some wilds in here. I could probably do this one, right? This is pretty darn easy. And can I do it with wood? Because that would be better if I can do it with wood. Wood is the green one. Yes, I can do it with wood. So this would be my square there, right? So the first thing I do on my turn is swap. I'm going to take this wood and swap it with the earth. Now I've managed to do this. Wood, 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 right? In this little 3x3 there. And that happens to be the source element, so I collect 2 points instead of 1. And it says flip an earth token. So I'm going to flip this earth token over here. Oh, and there's a wild. And now I put it here on this side, right? Because it was with. I captured it with source. So I'm not doing too bad. All right, let's keep going. Bless me. All right. Again, I should start setting up for some of these, right? The thing is, if I cannot complete, a turn, then I have to burn one of these cards, right? I can afford to burn one of these over here, the level 1 cards, and try to set this situation up so I can get, hopefully 5 points, because this is source element's fire, and I have fire right here, so I could try to do that. It would take me 2 turns, though, to do it, so I don't know if it's worth it. Oh, look, I already have this one. Even though the source element is earth, I already have fire, fire, and fire. So I already have this configuration set up. Now I can collect if I manage to complete two different cards, but never 2 cards from the same pile, right? So in other words, I can't complete this one and then look at the bottom one and go, oh, look, I can do that one too. No, it has to be 1 per level, right? I can't do 2 from the same stack. So let's see, because I already got that, so I'm okay with that. But can I do more? I can do more. Oh wow, this is going to be good. This is going to be really good. So let me show you how this works. I'm going to switch wood for this wind here. So I've also managed to do. Oh no, I apologize. Because if I see the 3x3 square, these 3 need to be up here, right, in this 3x3 square. And these are in the middle, right? So that actually does not work. I got excited there, hoping that I could do that, but I can't. So let me move a tile here to help me for the next turn. So what I'm going to do is move these, because I'm working on that. Now I did accomplish this, right there. Fire, fire, and fire. I did accomplish this configuration. I did it with the fire element, the source element's earth, so I'm only going to get 1 point, but whatever, it's 1 more point. And here it says flip a water token. So I'm going to flip this water token over here, and there's a void. Okay, so there's another point for me, so that's not too bad. All right, now I was trying to set this up. I need 2 turns to be able to do it. Oh, actually, can I do it? You know, I'm going to go ahead and do this because it's worth the 5 points, you know, because the element here is fire, the source element, so it is worth me doing that. I'm going to go ahead and switch the position of these two. All right, so I'm working on this. Okay, I did not complete a configuration, so I have to burn a card. I'll burn this one. And again, the game ends, the solitaire game ends when one of these piles is exhausted. It's gone, right? Then I count my score. So I can now set this up, right? The first thing I do on my turn is swap. Now I've done this. Actually, I've done 2 of them. Oh, wow, this is great. This is great. Look at this. So I did this, right? In this 3x3 square. And I did it with the source element, which is fire. And here it says the magic is to flip all void tokens. So I have only 1 void token, so I flip it back to its original size. If I had original side, if I had more, I'd flip more. But this is great. So I did this. I captured it with source, so that's 5 points. But I also completed this. Right? In this 3x3 square here, I've completed this configuration. Though the source element is wood, and I did it with fire, so I don't, you know, I'm only going to get 2 points. The magic here says slide 1 column vertically. Now, when they say slide 1 column vertically or horizontally, in this case vertically, I can choose any of these columns and decide to slide it this way or that way. Right, so I don't. What do I want to do? I don't want to mess with that. So I'll do this. And what you do is you just slide this like that, and then the one that pops out goes over here. And so it works the same way with horizontal, right? That's how you do that piece of magic. So yeah, I was able to complete 2 in one shot. And like I said earlier, you can't do 2 from the same pile, but you can do 2 from different piles, or even 3 if you manage to do that, which is, you know, very, very difficult. All right, so let's see what we can do here. Here's a cross, right? Let's see. You know, I can do this in 2 turns because I got wood here. There's a wild, so I got that. If I switch another wood here, and then next turn put a wood there, I would complete this one for 3 points. But is that smart? Well, I can complete this one already. So I'm going to complete this one regardless, right? Because I already have this. You see the line here? I already have that one. So I'm going to go ahead and, yes, set up for this. And for me to do that is I would switch these 2. Okay? So I'm preparing for this. But in this turn, I actually managed to complete this, which is right there in this 3x3. The source element is fire, but I did it with wood, so I'm only going to get 1 point. And here it says flip a wind token. So I'm going to take this wind token here, flip it, and it's a void. Okay, so that's 1 more point for me. Put it over here. All right, now it's 1 more turn. I managed to do this, right? If I switch these 2. Now I have that cross that I need here. Now the source element here is wind, and I used wood to do it, so I'm only going to collect 3 points instead of 5. And the magic here is slide 1 row diagonally. This was without source, so I put it in here. And I got to slide a row diagonally. Now I'm assuming I can even do, you know, if it's any row, I can even do this or this. So what should I do? Let me see, what am I looking for here? What can I do? What can I do that'll help me? I can move diagonally, huh? Okay. Let's do this because I want to put that wild one over here. So let's move this one diagonally. So this one will pop out. These will slide here. These will slide there, and this one will go back there. So that was a piece of magic. Now the reason I wanted that wild there is because of this card here, right? So now it's my next turn. I can do this one by just switching this fire with this wind. So now I have that. You see that? Right here on this 3x3 because of the wild. Now the source element's water, so I'm only going to collect 3 points, but hey, you know, I did it. And the magic here is swap a wild with any element. So this was captured without source. Swap a wild with any element. So let me see what else I can do here. Because I only have one more level 3 card. So if I do this one next turn, the game's over. Let me try to do it. A wild with any element. Let's do this. Let's swap these. That was the magic for that card. Now it's my next turn. I'm trying to do this. Actually, that was not smart. What am I doing? What was I doing here? Oh, I have to swap this wild, right? I'm gonna swap. What am I doing? Why did I do this? I can't remember why I would do that. Doesn't make any difference if I'm trying to build. I already have this. Whatever, man. Let's just do that. That's what I did. It's a dumb move, but still. Anyway, I've accomplished this, right? Oh, that was the swap. So now that was the magic for the previous turn, right? Yeah, swap a wild with it. Okay, so now it's my new turn. And I already have this one, right? Which is the fire. Even though the source element's wood, I already got that one finished. But I'm trying to set it up for this. And for me to set it up for this, I'm gonna swap this with this. So next turn I'll be able to do this, right? And I accomplished this. I only get 1 point, but I did accomplish this, right? Fire, and fire. And flip an earth token. So I'll flip this earth token here. That's another void. Now it's my next turn, and I'm going to be able to accomplish this. I don't know. I'm not going to get a lot of points. Maybe I should squeeze some more points here before I end this. Because if I take this card, I'm going to end it. And I could probably squeeze a couple more points by doing some smaller ones. Let's see. I need to put a fire here. Let me see if I have something else. Can't use void in any combinations. So for some reason I've been using a lot of these a lot of the fire element. Well, actually, if I use this 3x3 here, I already have it, right? Fire, and fire. I already have this. So I'm going to go ahead and swap, setting me up for this, right? I'm going to swap. What am I going to swap? I'm going to swap this for this. Because now I have, actually, I've just completed this one as well, and I just ended the game by accident. So here, I completed this because I have fire, and fire. So that would be in this 3x3 here, right? I've completed this. The source element is wind, so I'm only going to get 1 point. Flip a wood token. So I take a wood token. Here, I'll take this one down here, flip it. That's another void. So I collect another point. But in the process, I happened to... Did I finish anything else here? No. Almost. I managed to do this, right? 3 fire, and then the 2 fire in this 3x3 here. Yeah, we have an extra one here, but it doesn't matter. So I have the 3 fire there because of the wild, and then these 2. So I managed to finish this one as well, and the source element is earth, so I'm going to collect 3 points instead of 5 because I'm capturing this without source. And this is cool. I'm just going to show you the magic. Rotate a block of 4 tokens. So you choose. So anyway, I collect this without source, right? So it's the end of the game because I expired this. But I just want to show you what this magic is. Rotate a block of 4 elements. So you just choose any 4, and you can turn them, rotate them clockwise or counterclockwise. So if I choose to do these 4 here, I just do this. If I want to do it clockwise, or you could do it counterclockwise. But that's the magic effect for that. So that's the end of the game. Let's see how I did. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 points. Let's see how we did. Let's see, 26 points. I hope that's not too embarrassing a result. 26 points is, wow, between a novice and an accolade here. So not good, right? Because, I mean, if you get 40, there's a high priest. So I think the idea is you want to milk these low ones, or especially this one, because these are fairly easy to do, level 1. So you want to milk these, and then, a few of these before you, and I guess I was going to do that, but, since I managed to get that one anyway at the end, maybe I shouldn't have switched those and grabbed a couple of these, a couple more of these. I might have gotten to accolade, but right now I got in between novice and accolade. Look, I haven't played this a lot because I just recently got this game, but that's the solo play. Madoshi, Priests of the Sun and Moon. This is a really cool game. Go get one.